To this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome and welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you've given me on this YouTube journey. So when you come into this video, give me a Fonzie by simply either double tap on your screen or just hitting that thumbs up. Leave me a comment in the comment section below the video. Let me know how this general reading resonates with you. If you are not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button and little notification bell so you know when I post videos. And after the video processes and uploads, go right ahead and share this video. All of that helps out this channel and it is greatly, greatly appreciated. So this particular video is for the fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, for today, March 27th, 2026. I literally had to look at my notebook. All right, that's pretty bad. All right, so today's date, today, the month 3, 27 is the 9. 3 plus 9 is 12, plus the energetic year of 1 adds up to a 13. So things are finally being laid to rest. Things like transformation is upon us in the collective. I feel for somebody out there, divine timing is at play. We have I just see 1144, so we're going to look that up. Fire signs, everything when you do a reading, and I just see 144. So somebody is being called here with the 144 energy. That's the divine calling you to do something. You are chosen for a specific siren. You are chosen for something specific here on Earth, fire signs. All right. So before I look up 1144, somebody's in trouble. All right, so the sun is in 6 degrees Aries. The moon is in 0 degrees of Leo. So we have a lot of fiery energy happening here. Mercury is in 10 degrees of Pisces. So there could be some sort of a hidden enemy that wants to communicate something, or there's some sort of hidden communication happening. Pisces rules the 12th house of the subconscious, also rules Neptune. The Neptune is the planet of illusions, subconscious, your emotions, your intuitive abilities, your psychic abilities. So I feel like there could be some sort of an important download coming in for the fire signs. Mars is in Pisces. Mars is the divine masculine in 19 degrees of Pisces. Venus is in 26 degrees of Aries. So you can see there's like that balance of the masculine and feminine energy going back and forth here. Venus, it rules the house of Libra, which is partnerships, and Taurus, which is money. We have the 26 degrees, which adds up to an 8. So it's about connecting to your sacral chakra and co-creating with the universe. Also, Aries rules the house of identity. So a lot of us out here who are on a twin flame journey are identifying with our twin flame journey, identifying with who we are on our twin flame journey, identifying maybe some shadows or some sort of hidden shadows within us that need to be worked on to be integrated. Mars in 19 degrees of Pisces here. Again, the fiery and watery energy here. Mars represents aggression, passion. Pisces rules the 12th house of intuition, subconscious, emotions. Pisces also is a sign that likes to play victim mode, which is that aggression energy. So moon in 0 degrees of Leo. 0 degrees means 0, fresh start, transformation. Leo rules the 5th house of childlike, innocence, drama. It also rules children. So all of that wrapped up together. So let's go ahead and do the 144 angel message here. Hi, Whitney Fry. All right. Angel number is a powerful message to build on solid, stable foundation for your future by taking a practical and determined action. Um, it combines the energies of the new beginnings, one, and the stability of four, urging you to turn your thoughts into reality. Stay focused, trust your intuition. 1144 is a sign that your thoughts are manifesting quickly, so you must maintain a positive mindset to attract desired outcomes. The number 4 appears twice, highlighting the need for discipline. Saturn is in 5 degrees of Aries. Saturn is a planet of discipline, hard work, and creating stability in your personal or career life. Spiritual alignment, it acts as a nudge from the universe to align your actions with a higher soul purpose. 144, you're being called to something. Twin flame relationships, in a relationship, 1144 suggests a time for growth, healing, and fostering independence within relationships. Being asked to take action, move past planning and start taking practical steps towards your goals. Remain positive. Keep your thoughts aligned with what you want to achieve. Make sure that you trust your inner guidance. Mars in Pisces energy. Hi, Whitney. I've seen your reading or your question. What do you want to know about real quick? I'll pull a couple cards for you. Whitney. I'll pull a card for you. What do you want to know about? Because this is actually for the fire dailies. What do you want to know about, hon? I'll pull a card for you. Whitney, if you are still here, what do you want to know? I'll pull a card for you real quick. I'm giving you a cup about my love life. All right, what's going on with Whitney's love life? Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. Okay, so there is definitely a lot of anxiety here within that sacral chakra. There's like a fear of intimacy that's going on in your love life here. It could be something in your head, the way you're thinking about it, you're pushing too hard. There's something that needs to be healed or left go of with the Nine of Swords here. The Nine of Swords talks about a lot of anxiety, restless nights, not getting enough rest within your, like not resting period. The sacral chakra also rules the feminine. So there could be something in that sacral chakra that your mind is playing games with, such as not feeling worthy, maybe pushing too hard, having low self-esteem due to past wounds. The swords talks about how our head likes to play games with us, right? Also, too, there's this energy of not trusting your intuition. This is that energy of pushing too hard to try to manifest something. And you need to trust the flow, because your ego is saying, oh, I want love, but you may not be ready for it yet. There could be some sort of a wound that needs to be healed before love can come forward for you, Whitney. So stop pushing with it and allow the flow to happen, because divine timing is upon divine timing, not Whitney's swing. So number 9 adds up to completing cycles, talking about healing something within thyself is being illuminated here. See the swords? There's 3 swords that's illuminated here. That talks about despair. That talks about wounds. That talk about the heart space, because the 3 of Swords represents our heart space, the wounds that we carry that blocks us from receiving love that we want so bad. So before you can manifest love into your life, there are some wounds that you have stuffed down in that sacral chakra that you need to address. All right. So I hope that answered your question. Hi, Inger. How are you doing, honey? All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the fire energy. Aw. Oh, well, you are very welcome, Whitney. I'm glad I could answer your question. And Inger, thank you for joining the live stream, sweetie. All right, so let's go ahead. I shuffled that out. So, oh, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. I feel great today. All right, fire signs. Today is Freya Day, so we are pulling a Divine Feminine card. What Divine Feminine wants to come through for the element of fire? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That is too many. Can I just have one, please? And thank you, Spirit. What Divine Feminine wants to come in? A Sagittarius, yeah. What Divine Feminine wants to come through for the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius collective? All right, so you have Saint Bridget, the Lady of Exalted Light. I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. All right. And then we have, oh my goodness, Ananda Ma, the joy premeditated mother. I am my own guru. I know the self that changes. So for who I'm talking to, fire signs, your inner light is ignited. Your inner light ignited. And why is your inner light ignited? Because you are realizing that you are all that you need. And that is absolutely beautiful. So, I'm sorry, Goddess, that I chopped your name. It's number 68, 6 and an 8. Oh, you are so welcome, honey. I'm so glad that you joined my live streams and that you follow my channel. All right, so 68. So 68 could be significant. You could be born in 68. You could be 68 years old. Or 6 plus 8 adds up to a 14. Rolls back to that 5 energy. Change. A change that is happening. 68. This beautiful goddess represents the essence of the expansive joy that comes when we remember our true self, right? So Saturn in Aries is helping us to identify who we are. Nirmala Sundari, which means beautiful one in Bengali, was born in the late 19th century in now what is called Bangladesh. Her family questioned her mental stability because from an early age she was always found in, I don't even know, or ecstatic states of bliss. At 13, she was married to a man later named, I don't know how to pronounce that name, and he supported her as a mystic and a saint. At 26, Nirmala enacted her own spiritual initiation. The ceremony and rites were spontaneously revealed to her from within. She explained, as the master, I revealed the mantra. As the disciple, I accepted it and started to recite it. In the 1920s, she set up a Kali temple and devoted her life to spiritual practices. So Kali Ma is the dark shadow side of the divine feminine. So somebody here integrated that dark side of their divine feminine, and now they know the truth of who they are. Wow, this is so beautiful. And devoted her life to spiritual practice. She began to recognize as a living embodiment of the divine feminine, as the incarnation of Kali, as divine love. Her first assigned her, I don't know how to pronounce it, joy permeated mother, because her blissful states would inspire others to remember their innate path to joy. Her first ashram was built in 1929. Profound spiritual teachings began to attract scholars, philosophers, and it's what you are, Sagittarius, a philosopher, artists, and other contemporary mystics like Paramahansa Yogananda. I'm sorry if I chopped that. She refused to be called a guru, insisting that all are ultimately one self. She loved all living creatures exactly the same, including herself. She gave the red thread to women for this reason. She was a sacred right of bestowing spirituality previously only given to men. There's a passage, an autobiography of a yogi by, I don't know how to pronounce it, that relates to an encounter he had with this beautiful goddess. He asked her why she is always so filled with joy and can enter states of bliss instantly. She explains to him that she's aware of her true self. She knows that before she came to earth, she was the same. As a little girl and later when she grew into a woman, still she was the same. And now, sitting in front of Yogananda, she remains the same. And even after death, she says, through the dance of creation changes all around me, I shall be the same. This is a self-realization merging with the aspect within us that never changes. It's becoming conscious of the self that is external, while within this brief mortal existence of this goddess believed that the only truth or purpose any of us have is to become realized. And so she believed that any action we take towards that goal is sacred. There is a deep, calm, abiding joy that arrives when we merge with the aspect of us that never changes, such as the shadow side. There's a deep, okay. There is a bliss we get to experience every time we detach from the surface storms that cause chaos in our lives. If we can remember that we are the guru, that we are an aspect of the divine that remains the same no matter how much change surrounds us, then we can get to arrive at a joy that lives at the core of our being. So this is a embodiment of Kali Ma. Kali Ma is the dark side of the divine feminine. Because we each have a dark and a light that needs to be integrated to become one within ourselves, to come into that sacred union, or as Christians would say, the bride of Christ, the masculine and feminine uniting within ourselves, for those of you who are Christian. If you're just on a spiritual journey and you're not into the religious part of it, it's about integrating our darkness in our light and becoming that sacred union within ourselves, which emanates that light outside of ourselves, like that light within as without. So within, as within, so without. Thank you, Spirit. As within, so without. Fire signs. All right, so we're going to pull, this is the Oracle of the Seven Energies. It's a sacral, or it's a chakra card. Sacral. Why did I say that? It's a chakra card. All right, let's see. Can I have one card for the fire element, please? And thank you, Holy Spirit. All right, there it is. On the bottom of the deck, we have a tall tale. So this talks about the stories that we tell about our life. They can either be good ones or they can be bad ones. The stories that you tell create the reality that you live in. This is the number 35, which is an 8 energy. So great big love. 26. So 8 is significant for the fire elements. 88. All right. So great big love. Let me find this book here. So 2, 3, 5, 6 could be significant. 511, 8, 8. 8 talks about co-creating our reality with the divine. It talks about being connected to the divine. It definitely talks 100% about integrating. All right, so great big love is the energy chakra of 4. Heart, compassion, love, community, forgiveness, unconditional acceptance, inner peace, and wholeness. So fire signs, it's about coming into a state of wholeness. Love without conditions, romantic love, and how the experience changes you. Deep and profound, harmonious connections, soulmates. Oh, hi, Sarita. How are you doing, sweetie? Thank you for joining our live stream. Love heals all wounds, begins all life. It sustains you when you are starving for grace, when you stumble and fall, and when you lose sight of your purpose and fall prey to the limited perspective of the ego. Now is the time to fall in love and call in awareness of the great big love that made you, which is ever pulsing through your veins. There is a heightened sense of awareness in the beginning stages of a relationship when nothing else matters but who is in front of you. You see them, you see yourself in them, and you move in sync with the cadence of your hearts. You surrender to the magic you share and engaging in a harmonious dance that is seamless in its movements, rising and falling in each moment, each breath. Although this card may portend such an intimate connection, you don't have to wait for a partner to experience it. You're being invited now to explore love with all its beauty. Can you love without conditions, without needing things to be perfect? Do you love your life? What do you do? How do you contribute to the world? Today, invite love with a capital L into your inquiry. You will be amazed, and your very question may be changed as a result. Love is the strength you need today. The lens you must look through to find the truth in your way. Love is the way, and the only answer. That is so beautiful. I got chills. So we are going to touch base on that tall tale. For some reason, I feel like Spirit wants you to know this. So the tall tale would be, I believe would be the throat chakra. Yeah. Communication, creativity, listening, being heard, writing, ideas, sharing, and vibration. So at the tip of your fingertips, denial, concealing the truth so you can manipulate or control a situation, fear-based communication, creating a narrative to hide behind. And that is exactly what I was saying. The story you tell, right, is it a fear-based narrative of your journey that you hide behind, or is it the truth? It's about changing up that story. It's about integrating that shadow side of how your journey has shaped you. Is it a good version or is it a bad version? Not allowing the fear of what others think to influence your words. Learning to communicate from a place of authenticity with love. The great big L. So something, see the wings? The wings. Something about the wings just caught my attention. I'll let you guys look at that card. Tell me what you think or what you see in this image in the comment section below. All right. So what are the crows warning fire signs about today? What are the crows warning the fire signs about today? Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. Crows warning the fire signs. Okay. So anticipation. So that goes back to that story mode. So the crows are warning you, right? There's nobody sitting at them table and chairs. Nobody, it's like nobody listening to what you have to say, so to speak. What your words do not matter. I hear a crow outside screaming. We have mischief. So mischief talks about somebody yanking your chains just to try to get a reaction out of you. You know, see, there's a cat involved, but see how the crow is pulling that cat's tail? Oh, I'm just kidding, right? This is somebody who just comes in with sort of communication just to yank somebody's tail, just to yank somebody's chain, right? All right, and this also could be somebody portraying the dark side of love, such as being manipulative with our words, being emotionally manipulative, like somebody with fake love. So, for instance, and this is a good one I've heard, I love you, you're my best friend. And the whole time while they were saying that, they had a knife in my back and was turning and turning and turning. Did I learn from that experience? Yes. And that's the story I'm going to tell. I have learned from that experience. That's why my circle is really zero. I have no circle because I'm tired of the fakeness, the fake friend. That's that Aries and Pisces, identifying with who's true and who is not, and the stories that they tell and the lies that they spew out of their mouth, right? The fake love that they offer. Yeah. You've probably experienced that yourself too, Sarita. We all have. I know I'm not alone with that. So, anticipation. Each morning, this is day colony in Sanus. When I wake up outside my window on the street lamp, a crow is anticipating the arrival of a meal. When there is a pattern, we begin to expect a particular outcome. That's that pattern. Yeah, exactly. That's that pattern. The stories, the fear-based narrative that people hide behind is a repetitive pattern. We begin to expect a particular outcome. Anticipation brings hope and butterflies in the belly as we expect something to happen that brings us joy or satisfaction. But there is one warning. Be careful of attachments held for the desired outcome. If what you receive falls short of expectations, the feeling of joy can transform into that disappointment. And that goes back to this mischievous energy. Somebody yanking somebody's chain. It is a tall tell, right? Tell. Something about communication, the tongue, the tall tell. I just seen an image. I don't know if you guys ever seen Porky's. It's a movie from back in the 80s. It was one of my favorite shows when I was growing up, but I think it's Porky's. I think it's Porky's 2, where they're putting on Shakespeare and a religious group come up against the Shakespeare, the school. Okay, this could be important for somebody to hear. A religious group of people come up against the school because they looked at Shakespeare as dirty. They looked at Shakespeare, and one thing is popping in my mind: the tongue, the tail. Put your tongue in somebody's tail, and the religious group took it as sexual innuation. No actuality, what do we do with our tongues? We speak, we communicate, we tell stories, right? I don't know why, but somebody needed to hear that because it's the first thing that popped into my head. Well, it ended up that this, in the end of the movie, this church group got exposed. And the KKK was involved in that as well. So that could be significant. But the point is that it all got exposed. The priest or whatever minister got exposed for watching dirty movies, for giving dirty movies to the council members. Blah, 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 blah. One of the council members tried to have an affair with a young girl. I mean, you got to watch the movie. That's the only thing I got to say, but that's what popped in my head. Um, if it has a tail, a crow will feel compelled to pull it. It appears that some may be doing this to distract the animal, but other times it's purely just to get a rise out of another creature. Telling lies just to get a rise. This is the cards that I'm touching on the bottom of the deck. They're on your fingertips. Doing something on purpose. Mischief indicates an annoyance, nothing detrimental, just I've been in a toxic marriage and a relationship. I always hope I will never happy and safe ever. Well, honey, you need to find a way out of that. There's ways out. find a way, find somebody to be safe, right? Find a safe word that you can use with somebody who you trust to help you out. I don't know where you're from, but there's always ways to help you. All right. And trust me, I wish you the best of luck. I've been in toxic relationship. I know what it feels like to feel trapped, right? So this could literally be for you. Somebody who's very narcissist with their words, very emotionally reactive. Yeah, I can't do it. That's why I'm single. I've been single for so many years. I just can't do relationships anymore. You may be the target of someone's delinquency or bad behavior. This card may also indicate that you need to have some innocent mischief or passion in your life. So, yeah, that's what I see there. I feel like, Inger, I feel like the message for you, my love, is one of the ways out is to find a safe person you can trust. Find a safe person you can trust to help you out, because the only way out, first of all, recognize the pattern. 2, recognize the person who is keeping you trapped. 3, finding a safe zone. Like, for instance, act like you're calling a pizza company and say pizza, but you're actually calling 911. Yeah, real narcissistic. That's the energy I'm feeling for you. Call call 911 and say you're ordering a pizza while you're on the phone with 911. I don't know where you're from. This is the States, but whatever your 911 is, act like you're ordering a pizza, call 911 and let the operator hear what is going on behind the scenes. That's a way to get out of it. I'm just throwing you suggestions. You can take what resonates with you. Yeah, this person is definitely isolating you. So there's nobody in them chairs. Definitely isolating you. Definitely doesn't want you to feel love from an outside source. Call it everybody crazy. Okay, I mean, that's just a suggestion. If you want out, that's one way. All right. So, Spirit, Holy Angels, anticipation. Look, this keeps coming out. The Nine of Swords. This is that person who is manipulating. See the 3 swords, causing a lot of despair, a lot of nightmares, a lot of restless nights, lack of sleep. This is second time this card has come out. This also talks about the sacral chakra. So if you're getting SA'd, Inger, if you're getting SA'd, you definitely need to get out of there. Because this is kind of like what I'm feeling for you. All right, let's pull another card. Yeah, see the World card. The World card in reverse. This is 21 and a 9. So a 9 and a 3 adds up to a 12. Yeah, I mean, that's a form of control. Being verbally manipulated, making you feel like you're crazy, making you feel like you're rejected, pushing everybody away from you. And I know that because I've seen this happen with my kid. 3333. That's a sign, Ingar. All right, so the World card in reverse talks about, there is steps to take. And I feel like this person is trying to block you from taking these steps by isolating you. The World card in reverse talks about, look at all the chakras. You can get out of your head, get into your heart. You can take these next steps. You have the strength and the courage to do so. Right? Yeah, this person's being very deceptive. Very, very deceptive. I feel like this is a personal reading for you, Ingar, to tell you the truth. Because we have the Knight of Cups here and we have the 7 of Wands. This is somebody who always verbally attacks you, plays on your emotions. This is definitely a sign of a hidden enemy that you need to put boundaries up around. Yeah, see, you have a new beginning. You can do this. I support you, Ingar. You can do this, my friend. You can do this. All right. Great big love, please and thank you. So the 6 of Swords talks about being blocked from able to move on to calmer emotions. This definitely talks about 2 people in a relationship. See the bigger picture here. See, you're looking at the bigger picture here when it comes to this love relationship. The Knight of Wands. This person is definitely a player. This is somebody who plays, is there for the good time, not the long time. This is somebody who um, um, likes to be verbally manipulated with everybody, not just you. Why? Because they don't want you to move on. They don't want you to let it go. Again, the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Be very, like, attacking you just to create drama. For some of you, there could be an outside source. He could have another lover on the side. You can see 3 people on this card. This represents the crown chakra, playing a lot of mind games. See the Nine of Swords, playing a lot of mind games. He also could have an internet connection, talking to other people online. Okay, so you can also, I don't know if you're religious or not, but you could always go see if you can find somebody in the church aspect to find you a safe home, like a shelter or a shelter for women. Put you in some sort of a place where they can protect you, because I don't feel like he's going to let go. Why? I know this is specific to you, love. I know it is, but I'm just placing it overall energy for everybody, other fire signs. There could be a third-party situation, except for you, Sarita. This is not for you. There is a third-party situation here where it's about to be exposed. All their lies are about to be exposed. That could be causing a lot of despair. Somebody could be repeating a cycle here, a life cycle. I see third eye, crown, and throat chakra, and sacral chakra. All right, let's pull a Lightkeeper's card to finalize this reading. Divine intervention. Yeah, see, you already know what the cycle's about, Sarita. You know what it's about. If you have any advice, yeah, exactly. A narcissist has no heart, they gaslight. Do you have any advice, Sarita, for Ingar? Ingar, if you're still here, listen to Sarita. She's already experienced it. They control, they don't love. Exactly. Do you have any advice about how you got away from it? If you do, please comment and tag Ingar Loki in your message. Give her a little bit of advice if you can. Yeah, I'm telling you, they are. I've had many. My ex-husband was the same way, and I noticed the pattern over the years of the abusive relationships and how I attracted that. And it's because I basically was the kind of person that gave everybody 100 chances. Oh, I can fix that person. They'll change for me. And there was a bad attitude, because nobody is going to change unless they're willing to change. So because I kept attracting these third-party situations, yeah, the best advice is to believe nothing he says. You have to have boundaries, even if you loved hard. Sarita already knows. She's already experienced this. You need to get out of there, because I don't really feel that you're in a very safe environment. So divine intervention is happening. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you're being guided. Happiness is your purpose. Run. Very good advice. Run. Right? Happiness is your purpose. So Serena, maybe the divine is going to intervene on this because they're tired of it. I feel bad for you, Serena. Well, at least you got out of it. You got out of it. Yeah, he doesn't want to let you go. Absolutely not. He does not want to let you go. And he definitely, absolutely keeps gaslighting here. And he does it on purpose. He does it on purpose. So what you need to do maybe is to call upon. Yeah. You know what, Serena? That's really weird you say that because back in December, one of my best friends passed away. And her boyfriend called me and was like, hey, I want to let you know that, la 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 passed away. And I was like, what? Like, it was just so out of the blue. Well, she was sick anyways, but it was so out of the blue. Um, oh, it's okay. And he called me and he was trying to get in my pants. And I'm like, dude, I am not interested in you. Your girlfriend told you I'm not interested in you. And I was like, oh, I have a story about one time her and I were together. He goes, I already know everything. And I'm like, yeah, okay, there's a sign. That's the second sign. And then the third sign was he blew up my phone all night long because one of my other friends, stepped in and had something to say. He goes, oh, they want to know about us. And I was like, listen, dude, there is no us. Don't come to my house. Don't call me again. I'm saving this text message in case you decide to show up and I will have you arrested. That's the last time I heard from him. So sometimes you got to do that. When you recognize that pattern, you got to put that boundary up. So Ingar, yeah, the best way is to get the law enforcement involved. Just like I said, when he starts, if he's a beating on you, dial whatever your 911 is, act like you're ordering a pizza, and allow, right, that's the way they punish you, and allow the operator on the other end to hear what is going on. And find a safe space. Yes, exactly. Find a safe space. From outside sources. Yep. See, Sarita, thank you for helping out with this soul, because I hate to see people going through this. This annoys me, especially when you're a good person. And it always seems to happen to the good people. All right, so let's take a look at the bottom of the deck real quick. Yeah, Master Jesus. I can't believe this. Master Jesus coming through. What did I say about finding a church? Finding somebody. Ask for Jesus's help. Ask for Jesus to intervene. Jesus is what did I say about integrating the bride of Christ, the dark feminine, and Master Jesus will be the light side of the feminine. So yeah, call on Jesus. He will help you. I take recordings when he be angry at me. You need to call the local authority when he does stuff. I'm telling you. Then we have faith. And I think faith is Archangel Michael's twin flame. Well, he's hearing your prayers. He is hearing your prayers and he's going to intervene. So there is definitely something changing coming your way. I'm telling you. There's a change coming your way, Ingar. Trust the process. Have faith that your prayers have been heard. All right, guys, I'm going to move on. For those of you who are watching, give me that thumbs up. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. And Ingar, the best thing I can tell you is pay attention to the signs, because you don't want to repeat this cycle over again. And I feel like that's the prayers that you've been asking for. If you've been praying to Jesus, he heard you. And he's like, yes, we don't need to repeating that cycle either. That cycle of abuse. A lot of mental and emotional abuse coming through. A lot of despair. The worse they do it so much that they think it's normal. That is right. That is exactly right. That's a normal cycle for them. And to be in this abuse, it's called narcissism. It's like verbal, but it's so verbal that's an emotional and mental. Yeah. All right. All right. Thank you, loves. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for coming, Sarita. I appreciate you jumping in on this live stream. Ingar, I don't know what to tell you other than you can heed the advice that we gave you. Maybe that's why you were guided to watch this reading, to get the advice. Maybe Jesus guided you here to get this advice and to let you know that he heard your prayers. All right. Have a great day. I'll see y'all soon.